Now then, a couple of weeks ago when I was out with Steve and Si, and we were camping up at Rabbit Rock, we were just chewing the cud and talking things through, and I said, what's that big lump down there? Does anyone ever camp on that? And I looked it up on a map, and it's not got a name, but it does look very campable. I had a quick look on YouTube, I haven't seen anybody camping there. And then I was thinking it through, and when Shane and I camped at the bottom of Jacob's Ladder, this guy in the middle of the night, evening, pitch black, had a head torch on. And I say guy, I mean it could have been a lady. Ran up the side of the fence line. And I thought, blooming heck, that's incredible. But when I've looked, the person ran up onto this big lump. So I've been sort of planning a camp up there. Weather is stunningly beautiful. It's going to be chilly tonight, I think. If it gets down to, according to the forecast, it's going to be 2 or 3 degrees. But I don't think there's going to be very much wind. I think there's not going to be much rain, if any at all. So it's a grand night for getting up there. I'm in bivvy again. I've got my blanket. I've also got a 3-season sleeping bag that's quite thin, and I've got a few layers. And my plan is not to use the blanket, to use that as a backup. Hiya. We didn't do a video last week. It was a family holiday, so 6 daughters, 3 partners, 4 grandchildren, 2 step-grandchildren, and an ex-wife, which caused a bit of a shock when we first heard about it, and I think she was probably more shocked than we were. But, you know, hey ho. It's nice to have such a massive family event as that. It's brilliant. We went to Ullswater Heights, which is a sort of a glamping kind of setup in the Lake District. Brilliant, really glad to get there. And after the first evening, the first morning there, my daughter buzzed me and said, Dad, can I talk to you? Can we meet? I thought, oh my God, what's happened now? I thought, okay then, yeah, so I arranged, and she'd gone out on a jog with her mum, which was a very clever ruse to get the 2 of us together. And she said, Dad, I don't want you to walk me up the aisle. I want you to walk me up a mountain. Oh, amazing shock. More to come though. And Dad, it's today. I said, we've got no clothes and nothing special. She said, that's absolutely fine. Just come in your climbing clothes, your hiking clothes, that's fine. And it was the weather the same as today, beautiful day. She'd got a beautiful wedding dress, and I did notice that James had actually managed to have a shave, which was unusual. Not that it's scruffy, but so we climbed up this waterfall walk to the top.
From this day forward, for better for worse,
my number 3 daughter had got the necessary permits and become ordained, and so she could actually do the ceremony, and she had a black suit on. Kerry had a lovely wedding dress, extremely expensive shoes which she swapped very quickly for trainers to do the climb, and it was just incredible. What a beautiful event to happen. And she's changed her name, but she said she wanted to keep the ward, so it's Ward Crosby. And just to make that right, her husband is Ward Crosby as well, so I very much gained a son and gained another ward, which is just incredible. It wasn't too bad, that. Just a steady climb up. It's not a bit of wind up here. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that a few months ago. I've lost nearly 2.5 stone now, and I've been able to come off my blood pressure tablets because my blood pressure is back to normal. So this is the lump. There's Woolpacks in front of us, and there's this big flashish piece of boggy land. There's Crowden Clough in front of us, and that's across to Grinslow. The Rabbit Rock is above Crowden Tower over there. So I've got the Trailstar out, just pegged the apex points. Got quite high, I'm not expecting a lot of wind today. Pretty much standard. I have had to add, I don't know if you can see it on there, quite a long length of guy to actually find somewhere where I can stick the stake in. I've managed to snap one of my carbon stakes, which I'm quite annoyed about, but can't be helped. Bags of room inside. I'm not going to set anything up in it just yet. I'm just about to cook some food. No, make myself a drink. I've got my chair out. I've got my Z light there, which is going to go under my bivvy. I think my bivvy's going to probably go right at the very back of the tarp starring. So this path runs by the side of where I'm pitched. Obviously it's quite well used. Looks like it runs up there and onto Crowden Clough. Going this way, it runs off that peak there and straight onto Jacob's Ladder. Not getting a sunset tonight, but you can see there's just some crepuscular rays coming through. I've got a call at Swines back tomorrow because I left a tent stake there. I think I lost it there, so I'm just going to have a look. It's worth the route round. It's obviously quite a nice walk, so walking up there, getting over this saddle of land somehow, up onto Woolpacks, going through Woolpacks. Weather's going to be nice, so although we're almost certain to be clagged, I hope not. But there's no wind, or very little wind, so we could very well be. And yeah, it should be all right though. There's a Kinderlow trig. I think I can see the trig. Edel Rocks, Swines back. Along the edge there. Lord's Seat, Ramtor, Edel Vale. And Grinslow Knoll. Do you know, you come up here, and even up here, someone's had a fire there, burnt some stuff, there's a sock. Oh, despair. Come on, people, get your act together. Look after this place. Somebody's old camping table there. Oh no, it's a windshield. Why? Why do it? So obviously people do camp up here then. There aren't many flattish spots, but actually here, there's probably a couple of pictures here, look, just off the top. I returned that fuel bottle, the smaller one. They did a litre one as well, so I bought the litre one and just didn't like it, so I sent them both back. I didn't like them because this 3/4 litre water bottle takes the Triangia fitting on the top, so I got myself a 3/4 litre water bottle there for only, I think it was £6, whereas the litre jobby was £24. That one. Hey look folks, this is how you take rubbish home. You put it in the bag and then you just leave it around the corner somewhere. That's what we seem to be doing. It's absolutely minute. Pepperami in it. Make a cheese sauce. I've got the stuff to make a roux. So, butter. I like its functionality. The perfect one is the next one you get. And I know that, you know, that's... banging. It's just about 12:30. I have it seemed to be quite a lot of flapping, and there was some rain passing over. I don't think it's very much, just flurries. But it does hit this mesh on the end, and you do get the shreddy rain hitting your face, which wakes you up. I could, of course, put the flap down outside, but I do like to be able to see out that flap, and I don't know. I might do. Yeah, so the flappiness, I suspected that the pole was fallen over, and yes, it had. I think, I don't know whether the bivvies moved sideways and knocked into one of the stakes or whatever. Yeah, I think you need to peg your bivvy down, and I need to think more carefully about the positioning of it, because it's alright, but it's not perfect. I think you just need to go for perfect. So I put the pole back up, I've added a couple more stakes. I brought 6 9-inch and 6 8-inch carbon stakes. Now it sounds like a lot, but you've got a tarp that has 5 apexes and 5 midpoints. I've snapped one of my carbon stakes, so I can't use that one obviously because it's in 2 bits. So I'll probably need to bring more than that. I will investigate. Hopefully speak in the morning.
Guidance on the way and land managers following the framework that is in place. But responsibility and response.
Farming this is a bit we're having to bring the ship in for the whole of lambing time.
There is a paid element to the trail. You can buy a booklet and answer clues as you go around.
People welcome to do the organisations, and the third is making sure that this money.
They will initially be charged $50 per ton of cargo. That goes up by $30.
Morning, ladies.
Glad you mentioned that because I think it's really important to.
Let's get some Easter weekend weather. Some minerals. There's enough course in February.
That's me all packed up. Smashing campsite. I'm heading over that way, around Woolpacks and up to Swines back. And I'm going to go down the steps today. What a blooming great camp. Really enjoyed it. I wasn't feeling it when I got to the car park yesterday. But very quickly, after not many steps, I started to think, wow. And it was brilliant, every beat of it. The pitching of the Trailstar, need to work on that. Yeah, issues with that during the night, but I was warm enough, didn't use my blanket, carried it all the way. So Looks like my summer sleeping bag will be warm enough. Down to 3 degrees last night, so that was fine. I was delighted to walk up Swines Bank and find that peg. I mean, you couldn't really go wrong because I'd walked past, you know, all the iconic places. Swines Back, one of them. Didn't go past Deedale Rocks, I cut across the path along the bottom, but I went past No Stool, Pim's Chair, and of course Woolpacks. Incredible. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please, please, please comment below about anything I've said, even if it's just really enjoyed that or didn't like that at all, or you know, the trees look very green. Anything I would really appreciate. Everybody that comments, I always check out your channels, and if it's a channel with videos on it, then I will follow you. So it'd be great if you would subscribe as well. Phone's buzzing with messages, so I better get off. Great to be here. Thank you for coming along with me, and I shall see you next time.